Boom, what's up, everybody? Doing a quick, I guess about 20 minutes here of Ask Me Anything You Want, and I will give some answers. Happy New Year to everybody. So I invite a bunch more of my friends here. Why don't you get some killer questions up for me that you'd like to know going into 2019? So day one, right? Day one, you've either already accomplished something, you've already moved the needle, you already executed on your plan, which I know a whole lot of my warriors are executing on things because I'm seeing all kinds of messages in our private group, and I'm getting all kinds of text messages about everything they are doing. All right, boom, let's see what's on or who's on here. So, Dustin, what's happening? Art, what's going on? Michelle, Happy New Year. Mandy, what's happening? Bill Wilson, what's up? Let's get me some questions kicking here, everybody. Steve Moon, what's up, brother? Marshall, what's happening? Jim, Jeff Newman, nice to see you. Did you hear that? That is a big warrior boom. Yes, I heard that. All right, cool. So, who's got a question for me? Let's talk. It's day one, and day one, Happy New Year, time to make magic, right? Time to, everybody thinks the clock reset. The only main issue, and I'll start talking right here to give you some value, what's up, Randy, is a couple things that I see is that people don't understand that to do different things, okay, to accomplish different goals, one of the most important things that has to happen every single year, and I'm going to connect a real dot right now for a lot of you. I'm going to connect a super dot for you. And here's the thing, identity. Wanting a new year, wanting something better than last year, but having the same identity is very difficult. Very difficult to do. What's up, Don? Deb, Warrior Deb in the house. What's happening? Tim, what's going on? Bill, I see your question. I'll get back to that in a minute. Dave Lewis, what's going on? So if you kind of look at your life and you look at your results, just say the last couple years, if you've had increased dramatic changes in your results, well, then your identity probably has changed some. Logan and Kat, what's up? Mike Butler, what's up, brother? And at the time you don't change your identity and improve it, modify it, then you normally get the same results. That's why when people come to our 4-day event or they're in our warrior world for a while and things start to change dramatically, it's because of one thing. We're masters at helping facilitate an environment allowing people to change their identity and feel good about changing their identity. Feel good about changing their identity. Because what happens is, oh man, I'm all warmed up now. But I'm sporting, boom, the warrior logo. So, you're around your family and they don't want you to change a lot of times, unless you're bad, right? Or you make a lot of mistakes, or maybe you have some kind of addiction or crime or whatever you're dealing with. Then they want you to change. But otherwise, if you start having ultra success, a lot of them don't want you to change because it's uncomfortable. It's like, wait a minute. Well, I've been around him my whole life. Why is he getting more success than I'm getting? Why is he growing and I'm not growing? Why is he becoming wealthy and I'm not becoming wealthy? And it becomes this challenge of this whole identity thing, this whole questioning. And what I'd want you to do, if you didn't do it all the way up to New Year's Day today, is start to ask yourself all the things that you're dreaming of for 2019, all the things, Joe, you put in place, all the things you said are going to be different. This year is going to change. This year I'm going to be healthier. This year I'm going to train my guys more. This year our conversion is going to change. This year our profitability is going to change. And I'm like, that is all awesomeness. That's great. How? Well, I'm going to do this and this and that. And I'm like, great. Have you changed? Well, I'm going to change. And I'm like, okay, but you're going to change. But the deal is, unless you've already changed your identity and you've already started to make this shift, permanent shift, See, this is the problem with a lot of people today, is they have temporary identity change, which is normally like, I'm gonna try it on. Because look, if any of you are gym people, like my daughter is, well, I was down the beach this morning, and then I left and went home, and then right after unpacking home, brought my daughter to a New Year's Eve yoga class that she was gonna do here. And so yoga has become part of her identity. It's part of who she is. It's part of how she thinks. It's part of what she does. You know, when she gets up, at first it was, I'm going to do yoga in the morning. But then what happens is, I do yoga, I am yoga. Do you see the difference here? See, whenever your identity changes permanently, and that it's not a new decision, it's the way you leave, everything does it. I'm trying to shift myself and my people first. I know, and Jim, you know, here's the deal. You can only shift your people before you shift yourself. And to shift yourself, it's a conscious decision of, this is who I will be, with no turning back. And a lot of you that have come to the to the Service Business Edge event, used to be Warrior Fast Track Academy, Service Business Edge event, you know what we focus on is, what is your identity today? What is your identity right now? And then what does your personal identity need to become in order to move you forward? And like, I love the things when you hear things like, you know, you can't build a $1 million business with $100,000 identity. You're not going to build a $20 million business with $1 million identity. You're not. That's it. I have never seen anybody do that. There's my beautiful wife. I was waiting for you. You're never going to be able to do that. You have to get the identity, the personal identity that you need to be. If it's kind, friendly, focused, disciplined. You need to write that bitch out, and then you need to own it. You need to embody it. You need to commit to it. And look, I don't believe this bullshit, you know, oh, it's 3 weeks to build a habit, 21 days and 3 hours, and eating chicken leg. Like, I believe an identity can change immediately. It happens all the time. Someone almost dies. Their identity, it changes immediately. There's no 21 days. You flip over, head crack, brains are falling out, you get put back together. Within a day, you come back, your identity changed. It doesn't take months and years unless you choose it to be. It could be as quick as a snap as a finger, or as long as a lot of people, I bet you could say that, like, their identity is the same identity they had for a long time, a long time. You're just like, oh, they're the same. Or someone says, look, this is the way I am. And I'm like, that's awesome. But is that, I know for myself, and I can only talk for myself, right? Like, to go from doing under $1 million in business, which we were close to $1 million, but in that case, that's pretty damn good for, by most standards, hitting $1 million used to be a mile marker. It used to be great. It used to be, you were in the top elite if you hit $1 million. Today, if you're not doing $1 million or more, you're kind of a pauper. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just telling you. You know, if you're doing $1 million or under, you're in the risk of getting stepped on, stomped on, crushed, And then when we went from 1 million to 10 million, I was like, man, we're doing good. But every year I would say, what has to change in me? What is to change in me first? What does my business identity have to change? What does my personal identity have to change? Smush those suckers together, and what is my one identity that I need to lead with? That's why it's funny. I don't know. Maybe my wife remembers. We were just around somebody. I can't remember the conversation. They said, the thing is, you're the same when I'm hanging out. If I'm by the beach with you, or you're talking on stage in front of 500 or 800 people, or you're working with your warriors on a one-on-one coaching, you're the same. And I said, yes, because I worked hard to create Texas one damn identity of power and strength. But a lot of people don't want to do the work. They don't want to put it in. They don't want to shift it. One, they're afraid of what everybody else will think. The judgment, right? wow, you seem like you're changing. I'm like, thank you. You don't go, a lot of people go like this, oh, you seem like you changed. Oh, no, I'm still the same boring ass guy. I'm still the same. No. Man, look like you changed. Thank you. I've been working at that so hard every day for permanent change, permanent identity, powerful identity. And so when I was doing 10 million, me and Rob, I was like, okay, what has to change in me to go to 20 million? And then I learned that focus had to change, discipline, the way I communicated, the way I led, everything about me, the way I thought, forward thinking, the way that I looked at my people had to change, the type of software had to change. Hey, Mom, everybody, that woman that says Lois Aguilera there on a thing, that's my mom. Everybody say, Happy New Year, Mom. What's up, Ann, JR? So if you look at your identity, when you master the art of changing your own identity, personal and business identity, and shifting it to the next level. Yeah, sometimes you need people to do it. You know, we do it at our 4-day event. We do it at our different events like Evolution. What's up, my man, Gary Lightfoot, brother, Art. You know, when we do it there, yeah, we shift it until you get the skill sets in it. Shift, and you just shift it yourself. And then you go right to the next level. But then when we were going to 30 million, right? 30 million. And at that point, we already did 100+ million in whatever, 5 or 6 years, whatever it was. You know, when you do $100 million in 5 and 6 years, the game changes. The way you lead changes. Mom, you see all the love everybody's doing? Everything about it changes. Most people fear identity change. Shit, most people fear change in general. They won't take a chance. They won't attend a training. They won't move somewhere. They won't do something. They won't try a new class, try a new food. They're like, no, I don't eat that. No, I don't like that. Right? They don't know what I know. It's just, yeah, you gotta love that. You have to want that, trying on that new identity. When you do 200 million like we did in 10 years, it's completely another game. You're doing shit like this. You're serving at a level faster than ever before. You're thinking at a level faster than ever before. Last night at 12:30 at night, before I went to bed, I was studying before bed. Why am I studying? You know, look, I'm already in probably the at least top 1% in the world of people with wisdom and knowledge. Very few people have ever done 200 million, let alone the amount of people that I worked with, trained with, coached with, mentored under. And I'm not bragging about that. I'm just telling you what happened for me last night at 12:30 when my wife and I were getting ready for bed. I started studying. I started reading and saying to myself, what has to change in me so that my clients can change permanently? So my clients, my warriors can move faster than everyone else. So they can dominate. So they can change their lives, their families' lives, their children's lives. My man, the Fire Master Kevin. Everybody say, what's up, Fire Master? Happy New Year. So when you sit here and you think about this, and you're thinking about today's the day, right? The day that everybody kind of like, well, I'm going to reset the clock and move forward. The way to not be sabotaged is sit down for a minute tonight before bed. What's up, Gabe? Nice to see you, Jason. Sit down before bed, grab the notebook, and sit there and write it down. Write down, this is who I am. This is who I need to become. This is what my business is, where my business, who I am, my identity in business. And this is who I need to become. Okay? This is everything here. If you nail the identity and you nail it so hard on a soul level where there's no turning back, well then, and in that moment, struggles go away and you won't repeat any of the nonsense at all. You'll start seeing with clearer eyes. You'll see things. You'll see the wisdom. You'll see the strategies. You'll up-level your brain for thinking. This is the same thing that we did to take gold medal to the #1 empire it was in the state of New Jersey. Pretty much largest in the state of New Jersey for what we did. Plumbing and heating and cooling, electric and drain cleaning, so much more. It's the exact thing we did to serve over 125,000 customers in 5 years. It's the exact thing we did to do over 200 million in 10 years. It's this. And it's the exact strategies that I knew I needed to take on and do to start, build, and have the #1 training and coaching organization in the world, CEO Warrior. That was not built by default. It was built by design, and it was built by me saying, I must change. And a lot of my family, some of them are on here, Gabe, and a lot of brothers that go back, way back with me. People that go way back with me. In the beginning when I started, they will tell you, and if not, I want to know, that I have shifted and changed year after year, because the only way you can lead. Look, if you're a company that's been in business, like I was on with someone the other day, they're in business, I think, 10, 15, 20 years, and you've still yet to break $1 million in 20 years. In 20 years, you haven't figured it out. There's something fucking wrong. There's something majorly wrong. It's not wrong with you. The only thing that's wrong with you is the ability to take a chance to change. But you say, I'm going to go forward and I'm going to try this and I'm going to try that. You're trying it for 20 years. When you try it for 20 years and can't do it, you go find someone who's successful and knows how to fucking do it. Otherwise, you'll just be stuck. Wow, old school here. Guy at gas station just cleaned my windows without me asking. Love it. Should throw him a tip. That's awesome. So you see what I'm saying? You have to really work on your identity, and then you got to track against that. When people see you shifting, and they come up to you, and the guys in your company or the girls in the company like, wow, you're doing things a little different. Yes, thank you for recognizing. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for letting me go to the next level. I am going to lead this company to greatness. A lot of you don't want to step in front of your men and women with power because you're afraid. You're afraid to step up and let them see different. You're afraid. I remember it was fucking weird for me too, Art. The first time they walked in and I was blasting AC/DC and they came in and they were like, this is weird. They were like, man, this is weird. Mike's never done this before. And I go, man, this is weird. I never done this before. I never did this before. But let's see how it feels. Let's see how we feel with this meat. Let's see what changes. Let's be like the little science doctor, like making experiments of greatness. You have to be willing to step in front of that. Everybody's just trying to follow the social norm, right? What's up, Mr. David Hurst? What's up, brother? Josh, what's happening, Nick? A lot of people want to follow the social norm. Well, I guess I got to look like this. My van's got to look like that. I have to do business. No, the way business used to be done and the way it's got to be done today is completely different. It's completely changed. Everything changed. The way people think has changed. The way they act, the type of tools they use, everything. The way they communicate with people, it's all changed. Are there some fundamental strings? Yeah. But the majority of it has shifted, just like you. Have you shifted over the last 10 years? Your thinking, what you like, what you'll tolerate. Shit, when 9/11 happened, everything shifted again. Every time something major happens, it shifts again. And you're right, Texas, it will change again and again. But the thing is this, when you're a master of change, you're a master of changing your own identity. When you're a chameleon and you just grow and move forward, then everything changes. And then everybody follows the leader who is leading. There's two types of leaders. Those that sit there and hope people will figure it out, and those that kick the fucking door down. They kick the door down for greatness. They kick it down. And those that are congruent with you will follow you. And guess what? Nick, those that are not, they'll leave. They'll probably come back. But it's okay. It's okay they leave, and it's okay that they come back. Because some people just don't know. They don't know any better. They don't know any different. So they're relying on you to show them the journey to move forward. All right, hit me up with a question, at least till my daughter comes out from yoga. But when she comes out, I have to bounce because it will be daddy-daughter time to bring her home. But if you have a quick question, what's up, Trevor, my man? John Watts, what's up, brother? Nice to see you. Ricky, what's happening? Happy New Year. Make sure you guys go back and listen to this because it's critical about identity, personal and business identity. If you don't nail that, 2019 and 6 months in, you'll be saying, I didn't get a membership plan going. I didn't adjust my pricing. I didn't know, all the things that we've become masters at, teaching people, processes, systems, marketing, operations, how to figure out your numbers, how to understand your damn numbers. A lot of stuff that people just don't do. John, give Aaron a big hug from me, brother, and a big hug to you too. You guys have to listen and you have to do this. 2019 could be one of the greatest years of your life. but it also could be a little interesting and a little rocky. That's why you have to get ready. You're either fighting in the fight zone, okay? You're either fighting in the octagon with people who know how to fight. You're around, that's why Think and Grow Rich, right? Napoleon Hill says you're going to be like the five people you surround yourself with. Yeah, well, imagine if you surround yourself around 50 or 100 of the most powerful, motivated, thorough business owners on the planet. People that will eat the face off of anybody that goes to hurt them. I mean, that's who you want to be around, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Is the realization you had when you went from less than $1 million to multi-millions? Yes, the realization was identity controls everything. The people you're around, who you are when you're around those people, who you are, it is you. It's the shift and the change in you that has to happen. And I found out when I wrote it out, this is who I will become under any circumstance. This is what will happen. And every day I read this. I will be strong. I will be unstoppable. I will be fearless. I will move even when I'm tired. I will outwork, outsmart, outthink everybody in my market. Nobody can compete against me. I am the greatest there is, the greatest at building a company. And I told myself every day, over and over, in my mind, over and over, until one day I didn't have to say it no more. I just jumped out of bed, and that's who I was. And you guys heard these exercises before, but fucking people don't do it. You don't need another book how to do it. Write down who you are, who you need to be. Write down your business identity, who you are, who you need to be, and write down your identity. This is who I need to be, who I will be today to move forward and create domination, to create an empire, to be a king, to be the master of your stuff. That's what you need to do. And when you do that and get up in the morning, read it every day before bed, read it every day. Write down your target. All of you have a target, right? You have your 2019 target. First thing in the morning, get up. Say what you're thankful for. Do your meditation. Do your ice cold bath. Do your breathing. Do all that shit really fast because you got to go to work. Take a marker. Write that damn number on your hand. What is it? 5 million, 2 million, 10 million. And when people, I don't care if you go to church or the grocery store, yes, write on your damn hand and then turn around. And when people say, what is that? Say, that's my target. Anything less is unacceptable. This is what you're going for. Been working on stuff since October. War plan. Beautiful. We got another war plan coming up next week. Thanks for kicking my ass verbally. You're welcome. Beast, just discovered you. I'm watching all of your content on YouTube. I'm glad I'm able to help. We have a 4-day event. If any of you want to step into Service Business Edge, if you think you're strong enough to spend 4 days with me and the Master Advisors, going from 8 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. Anybody who's ever been to an SBE event, type in a couple words what it's like. We give a $1 million guarantee by the end of day one, and we never let anybody down. Boom. Welcome to the warrior. Yes, hell yeah. Domination. I'm locked in my apartment for the next 20 years to dominate my landscape. I love landscaping. You should eat the shit out of that, right? I know my landscaper. Every year he comes, I do a walkthrough. I'm waiting for the damn guy to sell me a statue, a plant fucking package. Like, he's never selling me a damn thing. Like, sell me something when he comes. I want him to come with, like, 30 flowers and tell my wife, what do you want? I can put them all over the place. He doesn't do it. I have to tell him what I want. Albert, what's up? Bill Miller, my brother from the other side of the world. How you doing? Happy New Year, brother, or late New Year, or however it works out for you. Justin Greeley, what's up? Nice to see you, all of you. Boom. Fucking fantastic. Awesome. All right, guys. Here's the deal. My daughter should be coming out any minute. I love all of you. I need you to win. I need all of you to win in 2019. If you're not winning, hit me up somehow. If you're in my world, you know you're gonna get the hurtful truth, not the comforting bullshit lies. But I need you to win this year, because when you win, when the business owner wins, he changes the world. And I need all of us to change the world and go to the next level. Everybody say, hey, Dad. That's my dad on here. We had Mom before. Now we got Dad. Love you, Dad. Happy New Year. Love you, Mom. Happy New Year. Everybody, warrior strong, warrior unstoppable. Boom. Let's do it. 2019.